Morning everyone. So today I am at home and I just had an hydraulic issue fixed, hopefully on the Bobcat. So I'm going to test it in a little area on my property that I've been wanting to do. It's actually just an extension of the bamboo. So we've got a big bamboo grove on the dam side of our pond, and that bamboo it just needs to be regenerated every once in a while, or whatever kind of word you want to use there. But the other day I did the smaller bamboo, but today I'm doing the like 4 or 5 inch giant bamboo. The area is not as thick because the bamboo's bigger, but it's I think there's a little more rock in that area, and then the kids have played in there, so I just got to make sure there's no bikes or toys or whatever other kind of trash in there. So right now I'm going to get the Bobcat warmed up, make sure there's nothing obvious that I missed from the job last couple days ago, making sure the teeth are fairly sharp, which I think they are. Didn't really do much to the teeth the other day because it was a pretty light project. But anyway, it's a cool, crisp morning here in South Carolina. I love this time of the year. Leaves are falling. Of course, that means leaf blowing soon. But anyway, so yeah, the teeth still feel good. I love it whenever I do a job and the teeth are still sharp. That's really, that's nice. No sharpening yet. And the bamboo probably won't do much. It'll just be a matter of hitting rocks that really affect anything. But hydraulic fluid looks low, so I need to see what's going on there. I think whenever we changed out the fluid the other day, changed out the coupler and changed out the filter, we just got to find the right level of the fluid. So I'm going to work on that. Then I'm going to get down there in the bamboo and take care of it. All right, so I'm actually going to just run up to the Bobcat dealer and grab some more hydraulic fluid. I was trying to save $1 and order some hydraulic fluid online. It's got good ratings, but it's a different color. And I heard the repair guys at the dealership the other day talk about how you couldn't mix gold with red or something like that. I don't know much about hydraulic fluid, so instead of taking a chance, I'm just gonna go get what they use. That'll also, sorry, it's a little chilly. That'll also guarantee that my warranty's good. So that I'm fulfilling my part of the warranty by putting the right stuff in there. So there is no reason to chance it. Use the hydraulic fluid in my tractor, I guess. I don't know what I'll use it for. It's not a big loss, but I'm gonna run up there and grab the right stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. All right, just made it back from the Bobcat dealership. They hooked me up, got my hydraulic fluid, should be good to go. So I'm gonna top this tank off and then get in the bamboo. This giant bamboo is really cool, but it just needs to be revived. It just, over the years, we don't go in there and manually like go in there and, I don't know, get rid of the dead stuff, all that. It's kind of at a section of our property that, we don't really necessarily use all the time. The kids use it more than us. So, but it really just serves the purpose of keeping the dam intact, I suppose. But it definitely gets pretty invasive. Anyway, enough about bamboo. This is not a bamboo show. If you can see it here, my sight glass is showing empty right now. So I'll probably put like a quart in. It's not going to be very much. So I'll just put a little bit in and then give this thing a go because we did a little bit of hydraulic work the other day. So I just want to make sure before I take it on a client's job or on a job site that everything's working properly. So here we go. right, so hopefully you can hear me above all the noise, but on one hand, working in bamboo is pretty easy. On another hand, if you are like OCD or really like things nice and orderly, bamboo can like drive you nuts because it just goes all over the place. Anyway, it actually makes for a quick job, but it's all over the place, and it makes a lot of racket and noise in the cab as well, which you'll probably hear. Hopefully you can hear any of this, me talking anyway. But so I don't know if you noticed in some of the footage how it throws. This drum mulcher will throw like trunks of trees. It'll throw them behind me quite a bit, especially if I'm on flat ground. It'll throw it quite a ways, and so that's why it's really important. When I'm on a client's property, I let them know, hey, I know it's probably fun to watch, but don't stand behind me. Like, I don't want to be responsible for this sapling impaling you. So anyway, something to keep in mind if you ever hire a forestry mulcher. I know it's fun to watch, but just watch from the side and from a distance, because it's pretty dangerous. This thing throws stuff. I don't know what the speed is, but it throws it quite a bit. So let me try to get some good footage of my point of view, things I'm looking at, and maybe that will be anyway a little more interesting than hearing me scream over the sound of the machine. So all right, here we go. All right, so that was a little bit of my point of view inside the cab. You probably noticed that I was having to raise the mulcher up a lot and just make sure it was still spinning. A lot of times with all this bamboo, it just kind of shreds up and gets clogged up in there. It's really light material, but it does get clogged up, and whenever I'm back dragging, it wants to fill up that mulcher and it bogs it down. So I have to make sure that I turn the hydraulics off, let the mulcher free spin on the ground to get all that junk out of there, and then I can go back at it. But I'm not gonna do all of this. It's just not necessary, but there are some, my son had built a cabin back in here a couple years ago, and a lot of the bamboo that he cleared out for that space was just laying down in here. Plus, like I said before, with the storm and all that or whatever, it's created a mess. So I'm gonna come, and there'll be a little bit of a line over here that I leave. I think I'm got my gloves out. I'm gonna pull in all this junk that just, it doesn't really want to fall over because everything's supporting itself up top. But this is gonna look considerably different. It's going to be a little weird for a while because we really like the bamboo, but it was looking pretty scraggly. So really this is the best way to go about it. So I'm going to do a little more footage of me taking out the bamboo, and we'll see where we're at. All right, so I'm taking a little break here, letting the machine cool down, grabbing some lunch. This is what I've accomplished so far. This is turning out to be a little bit more than what I really wanted to do. Mainly it's just challenging finding a stopping point without it looking like garbage. But I think we're getting it, we're gonna clean up the edges here, get all the loose stuff piled up so that I can run it over with the machine, and then we'll call it good. I think it looks pretty good. This opened it up quite a bit. I've got a trail, or we have a trail through here that it's about a mile long trail on our property. So I'm gonna, it's exposing some of that. So we're gonna have to rework some of it probably because it used to go through the bamboo. Some of it still will, but anyway, that's what we've done so far. It's looking good, cleaning up good. This bamboo is no joke. It's pretty light, like I said, but it just shreds and wants to get caught up in the mulcher. So having to work with that, but live and learn. All right, so that's a wrap for today. So got quite a bit of this bamboo knocked out. This ought to be a real good place for the kids to play for a little while until it all grows back. I'm sure the deer will come check it out because it's new. And yep, then the bamboo is going to grow. But anyway, started the other day on this hill behind me. I don't know if you can, stinking gimbal. Anyway, this hill behind me, and worked my way around through the big stuff today and left a line. So the place where I left a line, there's actually, that's where the overflow for the pond, there's a pipe. They have it set up to where it dumps out right there. It gets pretty steep right in here, so there's really no sense in going any further. You can do a little manual cleanup if necessary, but it's really like no one really sees this, so just did it so that it could grow healthy again. Give me something to do. I've been wanting to kind of trim up this bamboo for a while, so that's how it's done. If you need some bamboo done, get a forestry mulcher, hire somebody. Bamboo's pretty invasive. It can really get out of hand really fast. So that's enough for today. You guys have a good one.